Okay, so real-time reviews, Tom and Corey, possible soft launch, commencing right now. It's Saturday evening, January 19th, premiere of Bill Maher.
Very soft launch, so
Yes, yeah.
adjust your expectations accordingly.
Right, yes, maybe truncated. Yeah, what are you thinking? Premiere.
Well, I don't think that was a very strong opening to the new season. There wasn't a great discussion on the panel. It was I find Barney Frank very
he's many things.
very difficult to focus on, and I found him very difficult to focus on this past hour.
Yeah.
More so than usual.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just maybe a change in his voice somewhat, but I found it difficult to tune in to what he was really.
Typically, I don't really agree with him, but I kind of
Same,
like his stick of just being a kind of like character.
Yeah,
but he was just sort of droning on and on and on, not always relevant to the discussion tonight in a way that's
Yeah, it's like if you're going to be a sort of like corporate Democrat, neoliberal she'll at least be coherent or something.
Yeah, and he was trying to play the type, but it was almost like he didn't quite know where he was going.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of his sentences, just seemed like just the sentence to nowhere, and just honestly, But it was kind of like it is cool, but I felt like we didn't. I felt like we didn't really quite cover new ground. I feel like there's a resurgence of all these issues that are typical for the show to analyze.
Yeah, it felt more like the comeback after a mid-season break than the start of a new season. It's like it's like this is still going to be the Trump show, pretty much.
Yeah,
you kind of get that sense.
Yeah,
John Kasich wasn't very compelling in his interview either. Like I remember the last time he was on the show. Was actually quite noteworthy, and this time he just kind of was, vague and ambiguous and just.
Yeah,
what was he even doing there?
Yeah,
really?
I don't remember his last appearance. I mean, maybe I do a little bit, but like this one stands out for just being like, I'm John Kasich. I'm going to say a bunch of platitudes. I'm a Republican. I'm different. Blah, 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 blah. It's just nothing. It's nothing. Just nothing.
There's so many like Midwestern American politicians.
Yeah.
They all say folks a lot.
Yeah.
It's all about the folks that down here, and we're doing it. We're in it for the folks in the middle class.
Yeah.
And they're always saying, like, he kept saying, I'm only going to run for president if I'm going to win, I only do things like they always, what is that mentality?
Yeah, and I really don't think that Bill even realizes that this sort of like John Kasich is going to be another Gary Johnson, probably not even that, like another like 2% Hillary Clinton, like this George Will class of commentators. There's not enough numbers wise to that to be a valid strategy, but
yeah, at least not with someone like him. That's really like Bill seems to have he seems to be a sort of like fan of John Kasich. But really, does the average person know who he is?
No,
they don't.
No.
Yeah, maybe it would be different if it was Mitt Romney.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is salient? I don't know. The Washington Post misses, I'm kind of like, you're just whatever. And who is and the dude on the left, he's...
Eric Erickson.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah, that name is about as vague as his contributions to the episode.
Yeah, and I'm like, is there a Resurgent, like a Breitbart spinoff? Like, I was too... I mean, you know what I mean? It's not... Yeah, Marshawn Lynchpit, or whatever his name was good. He was decent. The Beast Storm.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Community Beast Warrior.
Yeah, and, but I did like, just, I want to see someone school, like, Bernie Frank on being like, the project's, you're right, Killer Mike. I mean, oops, fuck. Anyway, not gonna edit that out. Sorry, the football player, you're right. Oakland still is the same because corporate Democrats are shitty. So,
and all Bernie Frank had to come back to that was like, well, they're trying to make it better.
Yeah,
and it was just like, that sound. Yeah, it's like, how can you say that with a straight face to somebody who's lived through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll put Oakland on the list of third world countries I'm not going to visit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else is in there. Just Russian, or what
well,
were you
it's
gonna
like
say?
it's like Bill tried to hit all the themes that he's been carrying a torch for.
Yeah.
The Russia thing, obviously, treason, impeachment, 2020 election. I liked the final new rule at the end. I thought about the death of the middle class was good. I thought.
Oh yeah, I thought that was.
I like my favorite moment in the episode was when he said now middle class means you're poor but you don't smoke meth.
Yeah,
that was a fresh take, I thought.
Yeah, that was decent. Yeah.
Best dressed of the night, Bill. Even though not a great triumph considering the other panelists. Bernie Frank looked like his pants were on backwards,
right?
And his suspenders were like pulling across his belly. It's like he was twisting in his seat, and it looked like his suit was kind of all askew. And then the other two people, they were dressed very unexcitingly. So I'd have to give it to Bill, even though it's not a strong win.
Yeah, like my reaction to this is just like, oh, it's decent, and but the same issues, like, Bill's audience being oversensitive, the divide around the sexual harassment thing.
Oh yeah, that was another Barney Frank trying to get mad at Bill for signaling.
Yeah.
Who signaled her then? The railway? It was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That joke was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if Barney Frank quite knows what he
is talking about.
Yeah, I think he might, but it's just such a there's what is that thing you always say? Not always, but like we're talking at cross purposes.
Yeah,
like I'm not sure if I know what that means, but I think I do, and I think that was.
It's so funny because I remember Barney Frank as like one of those talking heads from when I was a kid. Like I've just always remembered his, because he's so distinctive.
Oh, he is.
I remember him being on the news all the time then, and I didn't know what he was talking about then.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, when I get older, I'll understand. But here I am, and I still don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, totally. Yeah, there's a whole generation of.
And what's that other guy? The guy from Kentucky? He's like the Republican Barney Frank. I don't think he was actually an elected official, but he's a similar kind of.
Do you mean Jackson Kingston or whatever?
Something
the
like
Georgia? You mean the Republican?
He's like a very fast talking older
Southern
pundit. He's been on the show a bunch. He's similar. He also just kind of like is a motor mouth that doesn't actually say anything coherent half the time.
I think you might be talking about James Carville.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, and that Lacoste shirt. I mean, that's fine, but it's just like, yeah. Oh man, he's.
So it's like you've got all these guys that are like. They're like, blue chip pundits that Bill has on the show.
And they're just shitty.
But it's like, it's getting to a point now where they're so past it that it's almost embarrassing.
Yeah.
But they're, they're used to having all the attention on shows like this.
Oh, yes.
So they just kind of... I think he got in the way of what could have been maybe a better discussion tonight.
Who did?
Bernie Frank.
Oh.
To bring it back to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know.
We got to practice what we preach. People need to understand what we're talking about.
Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, no, yes, that's right. But what would you... Anyway, is there anything else left to comment on this, or... I'm
excited for Ann Coulter next week.
Oh, yes, me too. Yeah,
lively.
yes, I've been following some of the interviews and stuff. Rating? I'm tempted to... Well, you go first.
B-.
Yeah, I was gonna say B-.
Not bad
C+.
enough to be C. Yeah, it was just uneventful.
Yeah,
it wasn't not particularly bad.
Yeah,
but nothing special.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're being too. I don't know if we're being too. What's the word? Too harsh? No, not harsh enough. Yeah, yeah, not harsh enough. Anyway,
tune in next week to find out.
Yes, or maybe or something. Anyway, doot.